Good evening, I'm Jennifer Edwards. Thanks for joining us tonight. Police need your help in finding a suspect involved in a shooting in Northport. Details are in tonight's top story. According to investigator Kip Hart with the Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide Unit, the shooting happened around 11:15 Saturday night on the 3600 block on 13th Street in Northport. Investigators say 26-year-old Michael Eatman and another unidentified suspect went to the residence of a 29-year-old male and called him outside. Officials say when the man walked outside, Eatman started shooting at the victim with a shotgun. The victim admitted to returning fire. According to reports, the victim was hit multiple times, but the wounds are not life-threatening. If you have any information on this case or know the whereabouts of Michael Eatman, call Crime Stoppers at 205-752-STOP. And it's been a long journey for the members of Alberta Baptist Church, but the start of demolition on the property represents light at the end of the tunnel for the Alberta community. WVUA's Taylor Sanders has the story.
For nearly 11 months now, Alberta Baptist Church and its members have longed to come back home. And for members of a church that's been around since 1921, home is in Alberta City.
We long to be back home at our own place and in our own part of the city where we believe we have a mission that God has given us.
For the past 10 months, Alberta Baptist Church has shared homes with Open Door Baptist Church. And this week, members were able to see light at the end of the tunnel.
All along, they've been praying that we would come back, and we kept telling them we were, and they were very thrilled. And now that they see for sure that we do have plans, we have a conceptual drawing, I believe it will be an encouragement to the people of Alberta City.
It'll send the same message that the police and fire and the school will. It'll bring stability back to the area. It'll bring, I think it'll be, once they start building, it'll mean a great deal of hope for people who maybe have not had a chance to build back because, the church, the school, the police, the fire stations are back. Alberta's on its way back.
And while these tables look empty and the parking lot is clear, Alberta Baptist and its members have left a lasting impact on the community that will last a lifetime.
We have made a lot of connections in the lives of people that live here in Alberta City since the tornado. A lot of racial barriers have come down, cultural barriers, and they understand we really do care about the people of Alberta City.
Reporting in Alberta, Taylor Sanders, WVUA News.
And according to Pastor Larry Corder, Alberta Baptist plans to move into their new home in fall of 2013. Tuscaloosa Mayor Walt Maddox has unveiled a $5 million list of construction projects for the Druid City. Tuscaloosa City Council is expected to vote this week on whether to approve the 17 items the mayor has proposed. Some of the projects on the list include renovations to roadways and helping replenish the city's reserve fund after spending $6.75 million on storm recovery. Also making the list, increasing downtown parking and converting a former bank building to a precinct for the police department. The mayor presents his proposed capital projects every year around this time, but last year's was never released because of the April 27th tornado. And the Pilot Club is the oldest service organization in Tuscaloosa. Today they celebrated 90 years of making the community a better place. The current focus of Pilot International is preventing brain-related injuries and serving victims with those conditions. WVUA's Liz Pears caught up with the Service Club this afternoon to discuss the importance of brain trauma injuries and ways to prevent them.
It's the most important part of our body, and yet it is something that is often overlooked. The brain, as some would say, is not something that many people think about on a day-to-day basis.
And sometimes it's birth defects, sometimes it's from the trauma of an accident or Alzheimer's. The fact that we're all growing older and everybody will get dementia of some kind.
According to Pilot International, someone in the United States dies every 21 seconds from a brain injury. The Pilot Club of Tuscaloosa is dedicated towards awareness and prevention. And with March being Brain Injury Awareness Month, it came in perfect timing with the Pilot Club's 90th anniversary party.
An organization such as ours, you don't know how you impact the community, but we know we do, and that's part of our importance.
The Pilot Club of Tuscaloosa has been around for 90 years, and after April 27th's tornado, their presence now is even more important.
April 27th made us aware of is the importance of everybody to have a helmet. that brain injuries were the dominant cause of death in most instances.
And as far as the media, we are already seeing advice for families about having an emergency kit ready.
Having personal items like toothbrush, medications, hard-soled shoes, that kind of stuff available.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, I'm Liz Pears, WVUA News.
If you would like to become a Pilot Club member, you can contact Beverly Kissinger at bkissing@ua.edu. And in your Health Watch, with temperatures on the rise, it's important to remember safety for both you and your family. But what about the elderly? According to Morning Point licensed practical nurse Gregory Howard, it's important to make sure the elderly maintain a constant temperature, stay hydrated, and also check on them regularly. Howard says some symptoms to look for regarding dehydration are loss of consciousness, confusion, or a change in skin color, texture, or the color.
Call 911 and get them to the hospital, because usually at that point it's going to take IV fluids to get them rehydrated. So we want to work as quickly as possible to try and get them back on track again.
And if you spend a lot of time outside, no matter what your age, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have some tips on how you can beat the heat. Drink more fluids regardless of your activity level. Try to spend some time in a place that has air conditioning, even if it's just for a few hours. Wear lightweight or light-colored clothing, and most importantly, wear sunscreen. The University of Alabama Creative Campus is presenting the 3rd annual Druid City Arts Festival. All of the fun kicks off on Monday, March 19th, and goes until Saturday, March 24th. The festival will be filled with a variety of different events, such as spoken words, visual arts, theater, and much more. For more information on the Druid City Arts Festival, log on to our website, WVUATV.com, and click on Numbers and Links. We have much more coming up on the news at 10. Just ahead, one concerned father took texting and driving to a new level. Details are next.
And ahead in home team weather, we saw a few clouds across the state today, but what can we expect in the next 7 days? I'll have that in just a little bit.
And coming up just a little bit later, the Alabama softball team was looking to sweep the Rebels. Highlights later on in your home team sports.